Wendy from Save Your Tears podcast. I'm back. I know I'm living. I'm not dead. I had COVID. I was sick for 2 weeks straight. It's been a minute since I last uploaded. I was having a guest named Sally, which was one of my best friends, but I have something special for y'all, and that is I have a very special guest, and this bitch is my ride or die. This bitch is my sister from another mother and dad. This bitch knows me ins and outs probably too much, and it's a problem. But I will put a drum roll. I have Cynia Begley in the house. Introduce yourself, my love.
You did. My name is Cynia Begley.
So today's episode, we're talking about, friendships, and it's specifically about breakups and the topic of breakups, because Cynia is my best friend, but she's also my ex's cousin. I want to say cousin because you're like family, but she's my ex's cousin, and our friendship is very uncommon because when you hear podcasts and when you hear a bunch of episodes out there, YouTube, people say, oh, when you break up with your ex, you break up with the family. And that's not entirely true because this bitch is my ride or die. And we found a way to be copacetic. Like, Jersey Shore, we keep it copacetic. And, her ex just has to deal with it because this friendship is not going anywhere. But anyways, we're just going to talk about how we navigate through that. But also, we're going to just talk about how our friendship started, our dramas that we went through together, and how we've been there for each other. So if you're someone out there who just broke up with somebody, but you're incredibly close with their family, it does not mean that you break up with the family, okay? There's some circumstances where it can be cordial, and I am living proof of that. Cynia is living proof of that. So with that being said, Cynia, in your words, how did our friendship begin?
I remember, what was it, a party? Johnny's.
It was a party in your house.
Really?
No.
No, I met you at his family's.
I like how you said 50th. My ex's name.
Oh, well. It is what it is. He know who he is. If they know me, they know who it is.
I said your last name too, so I'm smart. But anyways, yeah, now you know my ex's name. Please don't bother him.
I met her at my cousin's family's, I think, anniversary party.
Yes, it was their 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Oh my God, you hear me? Anniversary. Anniversary. So yes, she and I met, from her words, at that party, okay? And what did your first impressions go?
You were very quiet. Your hair was a nice color. I think was it purple or green?
I think it was blue.
Blue?
Yeah, it was blue.
I know it was colored. I was like, wow, well, first of all, I never seen my cousin with a girl, so I was like, holy shit.
We're not going to get into that.
So I was like, holy shit. So then, I don't know. I just, don't like to see people, nervous or, by themselves. So,
oh, yeah, I was by...
yeah, you were by... But you were also in pain that day.
Yeah, that day I was dealing with a toothache because a bitch doesn't... Her tooth was hurting.
So, I saw her, by herself. Johnny... hold it there. I don't care.
You could say.
He was all over the place, because it's his family. He wants to talk to everybody. So, I took the initiative and I was just listen. I was like, let's dance.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I was like, come dance with me. Let's, And you were kind of very shy. No. Because obviously you weren't feeling good. But, you eventually did get up and you did dance. But,
yeah.
I didn't really get to know you that much that day.
I think the day that I really remember getting close with you was at, this party at your house.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the party was. I think maybe one of my sister's birthday parties.
No, it was the day where Denise? She Puerto Rican, but Titi Denise, she had, these cupcakes made of bunnies. I think it was Easter.
You sure it was Easter? Because we don't throw parties for Easter.
I don't know.
But
why did she make bunnies then?
Maybe it was a kid's party.
Who fucking knows? Oh, I think it might
I
have
think
been.
it might have been one of my sisters.
And that was the day I remember being closer. That's when I had pink hair.
Yeah.
I went
had
through
blonde
some
hair.
shit. No, you have red hair.
Blonde hair.
Red.
Blonde.
Okay.
Blonde. Because you know how I remember? You know, my ex-boyfriend had a motorcycle and I had blonde hair. And you're in the pictures. I have picture proof.
Oh, okay. She got receipts. But, yeah. What was the turning point where you're like, okay, this person is cool?
I think it was more like when you guys were like coming to the basement. Like we had like this thing where we always went to my mom's basement and we just played games it was practically like every other day.
Yeah.
You know.
We would play games.
We'd get food, then we just go to the basement and just for hours till like maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh my, and stayed over the house?
Yeah, sometimes he stayed over.
Yeah.
And then clubbing
and then we see different
Six
sides.
Flags.
Yes. But okay, so when did you feel like this person's my best friend?
When, you want me to really tell you? When I was crying on my birthday and I was looking for an outfit. And I was like, I don't have any clothes. And I was just upstairs by myself, naked on the floor, and she just walks in. I'm like, oh, I'm so comfortable with this person just looking at me naked. I was like, oh, okay, it's whatever. That's when you know you're in a whole different level, when you can be like
comfortable with each other.
Yeah, like,
oh my god, this story, we have so many stupid ass stories. We cried together. We stayed over the house. We can literally be sitting in darkness. I hesitated doing this podcast with her because I already know that this shit is gonna be funny as fuck, and I'm it's hard to be serious.
I know,
with you because I don't know, you're just funny as hell.
And
everyone
we just
loves
have too
you.
many stories.
Yeah, we had too much stories. So our friendship, to me, expanded when I knew I could be vulnerable with you, and you were always there for me. Yeah. You were always there for me, and you were real, and that's something that I lacked in my life and a lot of friends because they never kept it real. You had a problem with me, you literally tell me right then and there, and I like that shit. We don't like the fake ass shit. So then that's how our friendship came about. We met each other due to my ex. Thank you, Johnny. I got a sister out of it. But, so let's dive into the fact of when Johnny and I broke up.
Oh, man. That was the crazy day.
Yeah. So, in context, I was with this person for almost 5 years. So, obviously, I'm going to be very close with the family. I'm going to be very close, hopefully,
Yeah.
But they all loved me. Hello, what's not to love? But I believe that once we broke up, I think that was hard on you. I think it was hard on me.
I think it was hard on everyone, to be honest. Even your other friends with him.
Oh, yeah, them.
So it's a lot, because you're so used to two people together, and we did everything together, us four, but...
Yeah.
Thank you, next.
Thank you, next. We don't speak. But
it's crazy how me and you did stay, and I'm more closer to you than my own cousin. So that's a whole...
Suck that dick. Suck that dick, Johnny. No, I'm playing. I really pushed to spend time with you, especially in the moments that you needed it the most.
I know.
When you would literally cry, I'm like, Johnny, no, I don't give a fuck. We're going. And it was just I have to be there for my friend.
And that was hard for me, too, because when you guys broke up, you both were calling me at the same time. I'm like, great. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And mind you, I was sick as hell that day.
Really?
I had fever, everything. He's calling me. He's like, he's crying. So I'm like, all right, just come over. And then you're calling me. I'm like, all right, I can't pick up because he's right here in my face.
Oh, shit.
So, I had to, talk to him first, obviously.
Yeah, it's family.
And then, then I spoke to you and then got both sides. And I just felt like at the end of the day that it's not my, I know Johnny's my blood cousin, but I don't want to pick sides because at the end of the day, you both were there for me. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to shut you out because Johnny's not with you. That's wrong in my opinion.
Yeah, because we build a bond, bitch.
That's kind of wrong, Yeah, I may not have liked how he treated you. I may, not liked how you whatever you did to him, and you know, at the end of the day, that was between you guys, not
exactly.
me. Not me.
Exactly. We had our own issues, but she's taking a little break. But we had our own issues, and we both gravitated to Cynia because we're incredibly close with her. But at the same time, we didn't really think about how we're putting her in the middle of everything. So that's one thing that I would suggest moving forward, is that if you are very close with the family and you're best friends with somebody in the family, try to refrain of I'm not going to say not fully turn to them, but go to them with grace, because they're also keeping in mind a consideration of the other party. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She pretty much saw how it affected me at the time. Sorry, she had a call from her boo thing. It happens. She's not a podcaster. She's an everyday person like me.
I should have warned him, though, to be fair. Like,
it's okay. I know. I warned my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, babe, I love you, but I didn't say that. But hey, babe, don't text me. I'm about to record. And he was like, oh, okay. But I was just telling them that my suggestion during that whole fiasco is to not put you in the middle.
Exactly.
Because that's something that I feel
But you guys really didn't do that, to be honest.
Really?
To be honest, you guys didn't make me pick. You didn't make me, you always had respect that was my cousin, and he always had respect that me and you have this bond that nobody can just destroy.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's for life. And I imagine this, Johnny and I during this whole time is when parents break up and we're telling the children, we're like, okay, we're not together anymore, but we're still gonna co-parent, you know what I mean? But I still see you. I see you too much. But that's how so at the time you were getting both sides and you were not picking sides, pretty much, right? So how did you navigate, let's say, if someone felt a type of way of you hanging out with me, or let's say vice versa for me?
That's their fucking problem. Because at the end of the day, nobody can tell me who I can't and can hang out with.
Yeah, it's like being healthy, I think my best recommendation to anyone who wants to be connected still with your ex's family, one, you have to do it for good reason. Right, exactly. You can't be like, I'm going to get close with Cynia.
Just so I could be in his fucking face or something.
Yeah, or be in his fucking face, or be around his family and make fun of him and just out of spite and be petty.
Right, just to be there.
Just to have a leverage.
And it's not even like that because we just hang out alone. We just hang out alone. So.
And I'm like, you cannot do that. If you're going to be friends with your ex's family, obviously with some grace and also with good intentions of being like, I'm being here for this person, not to get leverage over my ex. No, I could care less. For me, it's this is my bitch. How do I stop hanging out with you and not be your friend? And I tried. Don't get me wrong. If anyone in that friend group, if Johnny's listening, bitch, I tried to be like, Cynia, you know what? I don't think we can be friends.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I don't think we could be friends because,
you were too much in your head at that point. That's why I didn't believe you. I was like, oh, okay. And then you were like, yeah, you're right. I don't have to do this. You
would text me, you were like, you don't have to do this, though. You were like, what are you doing? You're stupid.
And it's just because I think we see each other and, we understand each other more than anybody else. What I go through is kind of what you go through. And I think that's why our bond is so strong, because we can relate on a deep level that nobody else will understand.
Exactly. She's the first person I turn to. So number one key component of keeping a friendship like this is being transparent as possible and with good intentions. will always respect Johnny.
Right.
Because I was with this person for 5 years.
Right.
I will always have, love for him as a person, and respect him because I respect you. And whatever happened between us, that's in the past. It's been a hot minute,
I agree.
So, and I believe that it's vice versa.
He has no bad blood either.
No, he's not one to keep a grudge.
Everybody's just moved on, and everybody's happy, and that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. And if somebody has a problem with me being friends with Wendy, then come at me because I don't know.
And I'll be right next to her. I'll be right next to her. There's been so many instances where I had friends who talk shit about her, and I'd be like, excuse me? No, that's my best friend. I had people that would be like, she's a bitch, and I'm like,
I would have been like, yup.
Bitch.
You would have been like, yup, that's because you don't know me.
Exactly. And I literally, this person was also my best friend, and I literally said, do not call her a bitch. That's my sister you're talking about. I would never let anyone disrespect her. That's the kind of friendship or loyal shit that I'm on with her.
Even now, when I felt like I was hurting you, I came to you and I was crying my eyes out.
Oh, wait, was this a hook and reel?
Yeah.
Oh,
when I was crying a hook and reel because I just felt like she was being treated unfairly by me. And she may not have thought that because she didn't tell me, but, it was hurting me to hurt somebody else, even though it wasn't intentional. But I still had to nip that shit in the butt because, that was my girl. How could I do this to somebody who's, so close to me?
I know, bitch. Fuck you. But I'm like...
But, it wasn't intentional, and it was just people are going to have their opinions, and, I have to respect their opinion, but at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything.
Because I've shown you something different.
Right.
And... at the time, I was like, I had no idea what was going on. And during that moment, I was in this weird space of being like, you know what? Everyone's just leaving my life. I guess I'm just shit. And then so when she said what she said, it was kind of feeding into that. But I was like, you know what? I don't know. I try to be a good person as much as I can be and try to change. But... at the same time, I'm like, enough is enough. Take me for what I am.
Not everybody's going to like you, and that's period.
Yeah, not everyone's going to like me, unfortunately.
And we have to be okay with that. I mean, I'm not okay with that because I'd rather you tell me why you don't like me, and then, I could understand a little more. But
that's right, Des.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's all love, no shade, no shade. All the shade.
It's just hurt. It's more hurt.
What?
Than shade. Because, you cared about people. And,
well,
No,
the whole Des thing is she talked shit about you. And she was nice to your face.
But me and her, we spoke about it in person. And we squashed the beef. But,
she don't want those.
She explained to me. I don't remember what it was, but... I just couldn't sit there knowing.
Yeah, it was itching you. We're getting that scratch.
But she would even say that too, that I said all that. I was like, listen, I will talk to you again, but let's talk about this first because it's bothering me.
I heard you said this, I'm glad you guys talked
about. But I mean,
yeah,
we, she was, respectful. I was respectful, and there was no screaming. When you could talk to people, it's good. But if you come at me nasty, then you would have got a different person.
The Sagittarius comes out. She fiery. No,
they never did nothing to me. And
no, they're not that kind of people.
They weren't. Yeah, they didn't.
Sorry, Das, if I threw a little shade. It's just a little. Overall, I'm forever grateful for her because she was there for me during the whole breakup thing. Yeah. But. I remember this one moment, and I'm just going to share this one story about Cynia that makes me laugh all the time. Well, not make me laugh. It was the times where I was always down for her. It was the day where you were going through this situation with this guy in the past.
What, in Outback?
Yeah. And this person was playing her and, the bitch that he was with. And I remember going to this girl's house, which, didn't like me at the time. But I went there because I was ready for anything. I was ready for war. I had my hair in a bun. I was sitting there, and this girl was coming in nasty.
We put our hairs in a bun at the same time.
We did. We put our hair in a bun, and I'm just sitting there. I'm not even saying shit. And so now I was just, like, listening to this girl. But this girl was, like, kind of nasty. And she was like, who are you? Yeah. And I was like...
Yo, I love when that happened.
And I was like...
you were like... I'm her best friend.
I'm her best friend. I'm just here for her, you know. And then she said that, and then this other person was like, "I heard you were talking shit about me," and I was just like, "I wasn't though." And then you were like, "Yeah, she wasn't."
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, what are you talking about? She wasn't talking about you. So I just remember those moments where it was just like we don't even think, we just like react.
Yeah,
it's not, And there's times where I was in the club and the guys would try to touch her ass, and I'm like, I literally would grab their hand and push, and I'm like, don't touch my fucking friend. The fuck is wrong with you? Ladies, take notes. If you see a guy trying to grab your friend's ass, you stop that shit.
But that's one thing. You were always like that, though, with all your friends. Even if you were fucking drunk as hell, you'd make sure everybody was good. Like, if somebody was throwing up, you're there. You're like, you're going to be the one holding the hair. You're going to be the one... Oh, let me get her some water. You always put everybody first.
Poor Christina, man.
Oh, poor girl.
Poor girl. But yeah, that's how pretty much our friendship started. It's literally just hanging out, playing games. We love Sorry. We like playing Trouble.
Phase
10. Taboo.
Yep. Pictionary.
Oh my God, Pictionary. This girl got like a freaking key chart. No. One thing about her, if anyone that listens to this and it is like, Cynia sounds like a cool person. She's a dope ass bitch. But when it comes to games,
I'm competitive.
She is very competitive. She would yell at you. She would like make you cry a little bit.
A little bit. Get your shit together.
Pictionary, she made a freaking chart, and she's like, this means sticks.
Come on.
Means, I forgot what it was. It was something like...
I made something else. I don't know. I had a whole key chart, though. I did.
And it was just...
And I take it so personally, like, if I don't win, I want to beat you up.
You and Johnny
Remember
together.
I used to tackle...
Oh.
I used to tackle people if they didn't play right. Oh my God.
Oh my God. But we had moments where in the club. We had moments at Six Flags. We had moments
I love Six Flags.
Six Flags is so much fun. We had moments. What else?
I even went sick as hell to Six Flags.
And that was
I love Six Flags.
That was like a novella.
Throwing up the whole time.
It was too much.
On Halloween. Wasn't it Halloween week? No, Fright Fest.
No, Fright Fest. It was during Fright Fest. Halloween we went to the club. And then I was on the floor. And you took a picture of me when I was on the floor.
That was Halloween.
I was on the floor. But, have we ever been in a fight?
No, because we talk like grown-ups.
That most people out there. I don't think we've never been in like a fucking fight. Like we never
physically
or
like an argument.
One time at your mom's house.
I don't feel like it's arguments. I feel like we just both speak with passion.
It's the Spanish.
I was just about to say that, and I don't think it's I never took it like that. Like I never took it personal. Like I never took it any type of way. I was just like, we're just gonna yell at each other till we get the point. You know, it is what it is. And we would just get over it after that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think we ever, stressed anything out, really.
So, my question to you for the viewers, there's no viewers, listeners. Sorry, guys. My beans. How do you... I literally just lost the question. It was like... it was like, what the fuck? I lost the question. Wow, I'm so sorry, guys. Listen, I just recovered from COVID. I just got back from COVID. My brain cells are still trying to gather up. No, so my question is that what do you recommend to them about being friends with your cousin's ex? Like,
I feel like you have to be a person who is non-judgmental, non-biased. Like, just because he's my cousin doesn't mean I'm gonna pick his side every time. Like, no.
No, she tells him how it is.
I'd be like, listen, no, you're wrong. Like, I tell people when they're wrong.
You tell me too.
Yeah. I just feel like you have to be open-minded, of course, and you have to be mindful of both of their feelings because, you know, even when I do plan stuff out, like, I make sure, like, listen, hey, just to let you know, I'm inviting you, but this person is going to be coming. Mm-hmm. So I prep you guys in advance so that you know where
you're mentally,
so you're not surprised. Holy shit. Like,
they're here. Oh, my God. What? My ex.
So I give you guys kind of, like, the choice whether you want to come or not, or if you want to see the person or not. Like, I don't force anything. You can't do that either. You can't be like, well, if you're going to be friends with me, then, you know, Johnny, you still have to come because you're family. So if she's here, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter because at the end of the day, they did have something strong. Mm-hmm. So you can't just, like, think about yourself.
Exactly. Like, I can understand when it comes to family get-togethers, especially if, let's say, you know, that ex moved on and they have their own relationship. You got to have to respect their boundaries.
Right.
But when it comes to, like, events, like your events, like birthdays and stuff like that, let's say if you had a party, I'm being there. I don't care. Like, I'm being there because I can't just miss your birthday like that, you know? But I can understand the boundaries and moving forward and stuff like that, you know? I'm always cordial with Johnny, and, like, Nick is always, he's very open to it, so it's not a problem on our end.
Nick is very, very mature.
He
handles everything.
That's my baby.
With a grain of salt.
That's
called confidence.
No, like, he literally, I know this is, like, off topic, but this guy is, like, probably, the only thing is that he has anxiety, but other than that, like, he's just like, no, like, I like Cynia. She's an awesome person, and he doesn't get bothered with the fact that you're my ex's cousin.
Because, like, he's like me. He's open-minded, and he's like, I'm not going to judge this person because she's my girl's ex, you know, whatever. Cousin.
Whatever the fuck.
my girl's ex's cousin.
And I'm like, bitch, like, even if he said, nah, you can't hang out with her, that's your ex's family, I'm like, and we're done.
Exactly. Like, I would do the same thing, and Jonathan knows that.
Like, this friendship.
And that's why I made you guys, like, even though, like, it was a stupid thing, but I wanted you guys to talk because I'm like, these are two people that I care about.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to, you know, lose my friend that's been here for over, more than 5 years. So, like, 9?
I don't know.
Almost 10?
Who knows?
We lost count. Not saying that only 2 years with Jonathan is, like, not saying it's not nothing, but, you know, that's something that's, you know, solid.
This is, like, for life.
It's solid, so.
You know, and I think he respects it.
He did, and that's why I'm glad, like, you guys, like, apologize to each other.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I feel like everybody's in a good place right now.
Yeah, period. And, like, you know, so that's one way, is that you have to be very open-minded, 1. 2, you have to go in with the right reasons, because if you come in with some intent being like, I'm being petty against my ex, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and you need to stop wasting other people's time. And 3, you have to be respectful of the boundaries. Don't put your peoples in the middle, and that's how the friendship we kept along, you know, for years. Johnny and I haven't been together for, like, 3? No.
3. It might be 3. Yeah.
Almost 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, we're cordial, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it. But, all right, so this is a little in the same topics, but not really. It's like, so what do you recommend my listeners, I keep saying viewers, listeners, because a lot of my following is based on breakups and mental health. So, and that's another thing. Our friendship, we are there for each other mentally.
Right. I think we bonded because of our similar mental health issues.
And our anger issues.
Yeah.
You have anger issues.
Yeah, I have breaking stuff issues.
I have breaking stuff issues. No, like, Cynia and I were similar but different in our own way. Like, she's fire and I'm like the wind. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm the one that's like gonna
put
ignite
that together.
That shit's gonna
put that together. That shit's gonna go.
And, like, literally, like, oh my god, like, my anchor is like it brews, and once I lose it, I turned into the biggest bitch of life. When you lose it, you're about to get burned. Like, you start breaking shit.
My thing just comes out.
You're like
the, what's it called, a tea kettle? It, like, slowly gets hot.
I can't even go
Nah, me, I get on fire in a second.
Like that. Yeah,
I feel it in my blood. I'd be like, oh, you getting my blood pressure up.
Oh my gosh, that's the Puerto Rican in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how we're similar in that aspect, but different in our own way, because it takes a lot for me to get really angry, and for her, it's like, when she's mad, she's mad. Like, she's like, it's for good reason, not obviously, except the bathroom thing.
The bathroom thing.
You literally got mad at your mom because you didn't want to clean the fucking bathroom.
Oh, yeah, because I was younger, and, moving out, like, taught me to be more, like, wow, I should have did this more for my mom, because this was nothing compared to what I have to do now.
Now you clean the whole house.
I have to clean the whole house.
I'm like, I remember I used to stay over, and Johnny can attest to this. Literally, we'll be sitting there,
crying.
And she'd be like, I don't want to clean the bathroom. Why? I'm like, Mom, I'll do it when I come back.
Exactly.
I'll do it when I come back. And I'm like, Cynia, mind you, the bathroom isn't like fucking, it isn't fucking colossal. It's not like a huge fucking hot tub in the middle. It's literally a single person bathroom.
But who wants to clean a bathroom on a Saturday? Why couldn't I just do it on a Sunday?
You act like it's a Saturday night. It was the morning. We woke up and your mom's like, clean the bathroom.
You work every day. Your weekends are like to chill. So yes, I want a fucking Saturday not to clean the bathroom. Let me clean it on Sunday.
I can't wait.
When I'm home.
That poor bathroom went to them.
But then sometimes we went on Sunday and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do it on Sunday.
Oh my God.
And that's when I get in trouble.
Okay, here's a funny question. Oh, wait, no. Wait, first the serious question, then back to funny. The first serious question is, how do you handle breakups?
Oof. I cry for a week, and then I get over it.
That's literally a lie.
Literally, I cry for a week.
That's what you would recommend them to do?
Oh, I wouldn't recommend. You asked me how I do it.
Oh, what do you recommend?
Everybody does it in their own way. And me, I will be very depressed and cry for like a whole week. And then I'll be like, all right.
Well, based on past experiences of breakups, when you look back, you're like, I wish I would have done this differently. What would that be? Like, what not to do?
I would take my time to, like, talk to people. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that would be the one thing I suck at. Because once not saying that I, like, look for people. It's just, I use distraction. So I'll just talk to whoever. And whatever makes me feel good for the moment, it'll make me forget what's going on. But, it's not the right way to go. But you know how they say the only way to get over somebody is to get up under somebody else? That was kind of like my gist of what I used to do.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that when what was it? When Brad and I broke up.
Yeah. And
that's when I was like in my hoe phase. There's no, it's not even hoe phase. It's like have fun phase.
Right,
like,
right.
We're not hoes, so, I only like messed around with like one person consistently, and he was respectful, very nice, I mean, even if it was a one-night stand, it's still okay because you're single.
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
You're single, and I've been in a relationship for so long. Fuck this shit. I'm traumatized.
And I think people, if they judge you for that, that's dumb because...
But men can fuck the first bitch they see.
Literally.
Double standard. But my thing, I always tell them what not to do is to get into a new relationship really quickly, because that's what I did with Brad.
I think I did that every single time.
Well, you found the right one. You're lucky. Not everyone gets that.
I mean, we worked hard to get to where we are. It wasn't easy, getting to know a person, like committing to somebody so quickly.
Because it's being vulnerable. That's how I was with Brad. Because it was like Johnny and I broke up, and then like maybe 3 months after, Brad and I were together. Maybe? No, it was like 3 months of talking, and then eventually him and I got together.
Well, I know now, like, if I were to be single now, I would not get into a relationship for a long time.
I think I need to just sit with myself.
Right.
Because, and that's something I recommend anyone who's going through a breakup. I wish I sat down with my feelings. I don't regret, being with, Brad and all these guys I've been with. because they all taught me a valuable lesson, and I loved them in their own way.
And they were all different.
And they were,
They
some
were
of
all
them were
different.
toxic as fuck.
But in their different ways, it was weird.
Yeah. They were all different, and you know, even earlier you were saying, yeah, we were together for like you know, you and your boyfriend were together for like only 2 years, but
yeah.
it means a lot to you.
Yeah.
You know, Brad and I were only together for a year, and that relationship was like the relationship where I was so emotionally involved more than Johnny.
I know.
Unfortunately,
I felt so bad. Like,
it was bad.
You did everything he wanted his way or the highway, and
he treated me like shit.
You were just there. I don't get it. Like,
I was stupid. I look
you
back.
You were so in love. Like,
I was so stupid. Like, you know,
how did he only talk to you on the weekend? Like, I didn't understand that.
Like, he only talks about the issues in the weekend.
Yeah, like,
but he could treat me like shit.
But I'm the person that I need to talk to you right now.
Exactly.
Right now.
I even said, like, can we talk for 5 minutes? I sent you text messages.
You shouldn't have to beg a man to talk to you.
Exactly, and that was my problem. And I learned a lot from that relationship.
But I'm still learning that now, though, in the relationship, because, like, when we argue, I want to solve right now, and he's the type, he needs space to, like, think about shit, and I'm just,
but not a whole week.
No, yeah.
That's a little much.
But I that's my problem. I like to, like...
I'm the same way.
I'm too pushy with that, and... You know, I'm learning to, like, slow down, let people have their own ways of figuring shit out. Me, I'm quick with it. I could be like, all right, this is what I want to say, this is what I want to do. The other person needs time to process everything, and I'm like, all right, I'm not used to that, but I have to respect you and what you need for you to be okay to talk.
Exactly. With Brad, it was like, I have an issue. He's like, I need space to, like, I don't have the emotional capacity to deal with this, because he's in the film industry. So I understand that, but he's like, he'll wait till we see each other to talk about it.
Right.
And that would be like a week or maybe 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's unhealthy. We shouldn't do that. We should just be able to be open and honest with each other.
Right.
It doesn't have to be an argument. It doesn't have to be a big deal. We should just talk for 5 minutes. But I couldn't get that. You saw how bad it got.
Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, you got problems. But I learned something from it. And so ultimately what I did differently now is...
But now you have a man that's like...
Who talks
like,
to me.
Wants to hear you out. Wants to make sure your needs are taken care of. Wants to listen to you. Like,
honestly, I don't deserve him. The reason why I said that is because I'm so traumatized from my past that it's sometimes hurting.
Getting in the way.
It's getting in the way, and he has been so patient and so loving.
That's another good thing.
And he has always been there for me, and that's the biggest indicator for me in this relationship is he is 100% there for me emotionally.
Like, even when he was here, like, when you were here and you got so drunk and I called him, he was here in, like, 5 minutes.
That's my baby.
Yeah. And you were all over the place downstairs throwing up, and he was still so patient and still patient.
I know, and I worked on that in my drinking. That would be a different episode, drinking. My relationship with alcohol definitely has changed. I haven't drank in like 4 weeks, and then I'm finally having a beer, but, you know, like, that was bad, but... Ultimately, Nick has been incredibly patient, always there for me mentally, and never judged my mental health like Brad did. Brad 100% judged my mental health. He literally was saying the most toxic-ass shit to me, and you saw. It was bad. Anyways, but Nick never did something like that, and I'm very happy, and I'm in a healthy relationship, and I'm very grateful, and... you approve of him.
Yeah, and he approves of me, you know? So.
Yeah, what's not to improve? Hello, you're that bitch.
No, it's not even that. It's just like what you said before, like, you know, I'm Johnny's cousin, you know? This is not supposed to be a friendship.
Yeah, and that's the misconception out there. People are like, you shouldn't be friends with your ex's family. Well, we broke the fourth wall, y'all, because we're friends.
And it's weird because nobody's, like, mad about it, like...
No.
Like, my whole family still is the same with you.
I love them.
Still the same with, you know, Johnny. Johnny's still the same with us. Like, he's been cordial around you before, like, so many times, you know?
Totally.
And I think there's nothing wrong with it. If you could be mature about it, then you could have any person you want to be your friend.
Period. Exactly. You know, I'm literally best friends with my ex's exes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Cynia is literally best friends with Johnny's exes.
All of them, actually.
Tori.
I don't know. Do I know all of them? Yeah, like
Tori, Fabiana.
you.
I'm literally calling all of these people out. I'm so sorry. Do not bother them. Do not bother them, listeners. I will fight you. No, I won't fight you, but I'll be very upset with you.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's weird. Like, yeah, you know, Sanaya's like, you know, I'm talking to all his exes. Like, what is she doing? But I'm just a person who's talking to 3 women.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're not there. You're not his girlfriend anymore. There's no title there. There's no nothing.
There's no.
You know,
the history
and that was
is
like
so
years
gone.
ago,
like 10 years. You know, like, and we never really bring him up. We literally
exactly, and that's the one thing also like that I like about these girls is that they don't dwell on the past and we just talk about what we're dealing with now with our people.
And we just funny.
Like it's just weird how we kind of all like we're all kind of the same. Mm-hmm. Like we all have our issues. Mm-hmm. We all have boyfriends.
Yeah,
and we just talk, but we don't talk about exes or
we don't talk about
nothing,
your cousin. Like, you know,
it's always about our jobs or what we're doing or if we want to hang out or
how that came.
Empowerment.
Exactly, women empowerment. And we're not going to let a man come in between women, you know? And people are like, how did that happen? Like, Cynia, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's my fault.
I know, they probably think I gather all his exes.
Round them up. Who's next?
Anna next.
Oh my god. No shade.
Like, I do want to talk to his new girlfriend. Like, I don't want her to feel some type of way. But she also has to respect that we've had time.
What do you mean?
Like, me and you, there's time.
Oh, yeah.
There's history. Mm-hmm. I can't just throw you away over a new person.
First of all,
she cannot,
she cannot do that.
And I don't think she would, like, the little bit I got to know her.
Yes.
So,
you know, I am very happy that, you know, he found somebody that makes him happy, and I'm respecting their boundaries, and I have no issues with them, and I'm excited to see your friendship with her.
Oh, but you know what's important, too? To separate what you talk about, because I'm not going to tell Johnny everything that Wendy's telling me, and I'm not going to tell Wendy everything Johnny's telling me.
Exactly.
Like, you have to be that type of person to keep shit
private
with each other.
If I confided you in something,
he shouldn't know that.
Exactly.
Like, you know, if it's something small, I'd be like, yo, you know Wendy did this the other day?
Yeah, no, that's
funny as hell. And, you know, I would tell you, too, like, yo, Johnny came in with that thin-ass mustache the other day. I called him Nacho Libre. But, you know,
please shave it, please.
And that's one thing, like, I'm blunt as fuck. Like, I'll tell you if I told something or if I...
No.
And the only way I'll tell a secret is if I have to defend you. I'll be like, that's not true because she told me this, da-da-da. I have receipts. You know, and that's the only time I'll do that because I actually did that with one of my best friends. She told me something in private, but somebody was talking about it in public.
Oh, hell no.
So I had to shut that shit down
by saying something.
So I was like, that's not true because I know this, that. And, you know, that's the only way. But then I ran and told her, like, yo, I had to speak up because somebody was talking out of pocket. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the only way I'll share another person's secret. But I will not put that together. That's wrong. That's where you got to learn to separate.
Exactly. So
the relationship.
Take it from the master. Number 1, respect the boundaries. Number 2, don't confide and don't be, you know, saying shit.
Like, don't play both sides.
Exactly.
Don't play both sides.
You know,
you have to be genuine.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like. I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Anyways, but either way, everything is...
dementia.
Oh, no. I know. I had dementia today. You know, I went back to work for the first day after 2 weeks, and it's been stressful. I'm so behind in... I do law, guys. I do probate administration at a firm, and I have over 300 clients, and I'm so behind right now. But no, my thing is that how you became friends with Johnny's exes because of me.
Right.
Because when I was with Brad, I cleared the air with Tori, and her and I became friends, and then she invited Fabiana in the chat. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I added you
Then
in.
you added me.
And I was like, hey guys.
And I was like, what is this?
And they were like, that's good. These are all my bitches in one chat.
You know, there are times where I just don't say nothing at all in the group chat when I just feel like, maybe they should just talk about this stuff because, sometimes I don't want to get involved. And that's okay, too. And they actually respect that. And when you find a group of people that can respect you and respect your boundaries and, I like that. I could appreciate that. And they haven't done anything to me.
They never really disrespected your family.
No, exactly.
We literally just talk about our current boyfriends and our mental health and what we're gonna eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when we're going through some shit, we start crying and sending voice memos. Like that's literally how the chat is, And we understand. We're getting older now. We have to respect each other. And this is how it is to maintain.
And if anybody gets tight of anything we say, then that's your problem because this is all straight up. And
real.
And if you don't like it, then come to me because CYNIA. That's my name. Love Cynia. That's my Instagram.
You're going to get followers now. They're like, yo, I like this bitch.
No, because me and you, we never sugarcoat nothing.
Period. Nothing. No, you tell me what it is.
Even if it hurts, we tell each other. If something looks ugly on me, you better fucking tell me that I look a mess. It's my baby hairs, I know.
No, that she knows my pet peeves. My pet peeve with her is her freaking baby hairs. She has literally hanging on the side of her head. I'm like, put it behind your fucking ear. And she don't know how to walk straight.
Nope.
She don't know how to walk straight. And so I'm on the sidewalk. I'm like, bitch, you better fucking walk straight because I'm tired of you walking into me. And imagine me with her cousin during those times. It was like, I was in the middle, and I was like, you guys kept going. You can't walk straight.
No, yeah, I can't walk straight for nothing. I think it's because I'm thinking too much in my head that I forget about my feet.
Like, dead ass. And Cynia and I's friendship, so, we're living proof as, becoming friends despite our circumstances and what we went through in the past, and it never really got in the way, so... I think being cordial with Johnny definitely helps, but also respecting boundaries and respecting your boundaries because that's your family.
Right.
And you also tell it how it is. It's like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. I'm not saying nothing to anybody. I'm here as a friend, and I feel like I have been a friend to you. Yeah. I hope that I never made you feel like, oh, you had to, I used you as leverage against him.
No, I never felt used by you at all, ever.
And vice versa.
Ever.
Nope. Mm-mm.
And you know what? We gotta, also, not thank Johnny, but, appreciate that. Because there are petty people in the world that would have been like, no, you cannot be friends with her. Mm-hmm. You have to leave her alone. Johnny was mature enough to be like, you know what? Cynia could be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with. I don't have to be friends with her. I don't have to be around her. No. But, if she is going to be there, I will be cordial. And, who am I to stop her from being friends? Because we were together for a while. So
yeah, we were in each other's lives for 5 years.
It also takes a good person like him to do that.
Yeah, and I will forever be grateful for, and I always make a joke
because
about it.
I know, me, I'm like, yeah, you want to talk to my ex? Okay, but.
That's a different story,
Right?
That's another story. But that's the thing is that it depends on the person.
Right.
And he was very cordial about it and understanding.
Right.
And I think it's a little different because I was literally there since the beginning.
Right, yeah.
So, and we formed a bond. It would be different if I didn't form a bond. It's like, oh, no, that's fucking weird.
Our bond is stronger than my ex and Johnny's bond was.
Exactly.
And it was longer.
Exactly. And I think it's very circumstantial. So if you feel like you have someone in your ex's life his family that you're incredibly close with. It can't be really, the parents. It can, kind of. Because I'm still close with your parents, but I'm not close with his parents.
Right.
So it's not immediate family, but obviously the foundation to really make this friendship work is to be 100% honest, open, understanding, and all parties involved have to be on board.
On the same, exactly.
And have boundaries.
I agree with that.
And that's how it made it work, because if he wasn't on board, it would definitely cause a rift in our friendship.
Right.
Because then you would be, feeling guilty.
Right. I would have felt really bad. It would have been like, damn, I'm messing, this girl up because of you. Because you don't want to be with her. It's, I'm fucked. So it's just crazy how things work out, and
it all works out for the best because honestly, I'm in a happy relationship. He's in a happy relationship, and I gained a sister.
Yeah.
I gained a family. Your family is like my family, and
they love you.
I love them. That Puerto Rican family, my freaking goodness. We went through breakups together. We went through exes together. We went through a whole phase together. We had funny moments. Together. We went to the club together. We threw up together. This bitch throws up in silence. We went through drama. We were down for the fight together. She saw me ran after a car.
I had to run after you.
I was running after a car. She was like, why? No one's yelling at you. And I'm like, who's yelling at me? And now you start running after the car. It was just a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So that's how our friendship really came to be. She tells me what it is. I tell her what it is. If she had an issue, she'd be like, Wendy, why are you still friends with that person? That person treated you like shit. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? They'll be like, you know what? You're right. I should get mad at that. Let me confront, you gotta have people like that in your life. Life is too short.
Yeah, because I'm not the type of person that's gonna tell you, what you want to hear.
No, exactly.
I'm gonna be like, listen, you sure? Because
if that was me, it would be a different fucking story.
Right.
Oh my God. So let's end this in the good note. What is your favorite memory? When you think of the most funniest memory for you, that you experienced?
Honestly, I will still say it to this day. Not even funny. It's just your birthday. I will never get it out of my fucking head. It was the best time. We just danced and we sang. First of all, we sang all day.
We love to sing.
Then once you're done singing, you get to go outside and it's a club. What?
Yeah.
Then we just danced all night.
Yeah, Johnny rented out the lounge. It wasn't the lounge. He rented the karaoke space. And for my birthday, it was literally pre-pandemic. Pandemic happened maybe not even a month later. Yeah. But it was my birthday bash. And I love karaoke. They know I love singing. She loves singing. We both like Broadway. It's lit. And we both like turning the fuck up. When we're there, it's about to be a party. And so when my birthday, I had everyone sang in the lounge. You had the bottles. Remember the bottles? Bottles. And I had all my friends were there. It was lit. And then once we were done singing, the lounge is right outside, and it's like a club.
And it had bangers after bangers. And then just everybody was just so happy.
We were all having a good time.
Everybody was lit.
We were twerking upside down. I was twerking
we were all over the ground. Oh my God.
It was so much fun. And then I got sick the next day. I got so lit that I had the flu the next day.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was COVID. At the time, I was tested positive for influenza. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, I was sick the next day. And then I got broken up with. And then pandemic hit. Life hit me that day. But the birthday was amazing.
That's my favorite memory.
Yeah. My favorite memory of Cynia. There's so many.
I know.
There's
I'm thinking.
I'm trying to think. Which one was my favorite? When I think of Cynia, I think... Oh, I already know. It's simple. It's very simple. It's very simple. It was the time where we all, we stood over your house, and Johnny, he knocked out. You already know.
Yeah.
He's snoring up the storm. But it would be, quiet, because it was those moments where he couldn't breathe. and it would be quiet, and we would be like, let's try to go to sleep, stop, and then we would just say like a noise or something, and we start laughing.
We just laugh at anything.
Like I cannot be in darkness with her because we start laughing at everything. On top of Johnny snoring.
Because he sounds like he's about to die.
Everyone says that about him. And
sometimes he do a pause too, like, and I'm like, wait, is he breathing?
That's the pause that we kept laughing about. And we couldn't stop laughing. Because he would just be like...
And then we'd be like, oh shit.
He dead. He dead. He died. He finally died. And then he'd be like...
Yeah. He'll come back to life.
He'll come back to life. And I'm like, oh my God. But we would start dead laughing about that. So I like those moments where... You know, my favorite moments of Cynia is just continuously laughing with her.
I think that's like one key thing in our friendship. Like, we're always just fucking laughing.
We're always fucking laughing. Or having a good time.
Yeah.
We need to go to a club soon.
No, yeah.
It's been a minute.
I've been saying that for
And our birthday is coming up in November 29th. You're going to be
25.
Oh, I'm old.
How old are you?
28. I'm going to turn 29 next year.
Holy shit, you're almost
February.
30.
I want to do it. You know what? February, karaoke again. That same lounge.
That would be cool.
That's $3,000.
You got this.
No. With my job, I got it.
Yeah.
You know, but, yeah, so on that note, this is how we kept our friendship. This is my second guest, Cynia. Thank you so much for being here, bitch. I think you probably get new followers, so don't be surprised if you got new followers. Hopefully. Oh, you're trying to do some content?
No.
Oh, you was like, if they have a problem.
Yeah.
Send a DM. But
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't have a problem because this is just talking and nothing was said that was wrong.
No.
And everything is in the past. And if you have a problem now, then that sucks.
That sounds like a you problem.
Literally, because nothing here was said that was malicious.
No, everything is with love. And I'm very
But
happy.
if you do, you know, you got it already.
LOVECYNIA.
Yeah. Love Cynia.
Exactly.
Or if you want the truth, you could just text me.
Wait, what?
Let's
Don't
talk
put your
about our
number.
problems.
Don't put your number out there. The fuck
No,
is wrong with
Instagram,
you?
DM.
Okay, Instagram DM. Specify. Anyways.
Girls only.
Girls only. No boys. No boys.
My boyfriend will kill you.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with them. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to Save Your Tears Podcast. You can follow my page at Save Your Tears Podcast on Instagram. There's a Facebook page. I also have a content page which shows content regarding to the page, which I'm going to start rolling in. I just been MIA. So, Save Your Tears Podcast, Wendy's brand. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and so forth. And thank you, Cynia, for joining me on this podcast as my second guest. All right, stay safe out there. Don't get COVID like I did. And good damn bye. Oh, I dropped my beer.